probably been out in the forest and seen something coming out of a tree. And I don't mean a bird.
Yeah, I've seen a kind of sticky fluid running down. You touch it, it's real tacky.
Right. So that sap that's coming from that tree, which, I mean, stuff like if you got a maple tree, you can make it into maple syrup and things like that. But that stuff, you know, it comes out really slow, and it's just the liquid from the tree. But if you're out in the forest, there's also stuff like bugs flying around, right? Sometimes a lot. And maybe if you've, you know, seen this in popular science magazines, or if you've been to like a rock shop, you'll see like little bugs stuck in these little yellow chunks that look like rocks. And that's exactly what they are. And we call that amber.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a biological sort of sedimentary rock because it came from a tree. We didn't precipitate it or anything. Came from a tree, hardened into a rock, and now lots of people polish it, and it turns out really pretty, but it's still a rock. And we're going to do that today with this little guy.
Great. Yeah, so we're going to try to replicate this sap coming out of a tree that will then harden into amber. So we've got our little ladybug dooting along on our tree limb, and we've got some candy, or if you know how to make suckers or lollipops, it's kind of the same thing, and we're going to try to pour this over our bug and trap him in amber. So
this would be a tree in real life, and the sap would be coming out and following through gravity.
Right. Our sap seems a little on the runny side. Oh, yeah.
Go.
It's actually a pretty good sap consistency.
That really is. So if we had, you know, a ton more of this, because we've got a huge tree making the sap, and it just keeps coming out over time.
Yeah, we get one of these ladybug's feet stuck in the sap, and then the sap just keeps coming and encases our poor little bug.
And then you can find him millions of years later and make a piece of jewelry out of him.
Yeah, the sap, when it becomes amber, gets so hard that it can stand up to being buried and lithified and becoming part of a rock that then we could dig this up and find it. Oog, yeah.
Yeah, that poor ladybug's in there forever now. So as our candy hardens, it's basically the same process that would be happening in the forest as the sap hardens around the poor bug that got stuck in there. You can also find leaves and twigs, which is actually how we know a lot about some of the ancient, I mean, these can be millions of years old, right? As long as we've had evergreen trees, we've had sap coming out of them. So you can find out a lot about their foliage, and then the other sort of little insects that are flying around in there too, and even what like their bark looks like when you find pieces of amber that have this stuff stuck in it.
It's very neat.